Hey guys, Akash here with another video. In previous videos, we see all the conditional statements, right? And operators, almost every operator we had gone through, variables, how to declare them, how to use them. And in just previous video from this, we had seen an example where we had discussed almost every previous thing. So if you haven't watched that, please go through that. Now in this video, we are moving ahead with our JavaScript. Now, in this video, we will discussing arrays. So what are the arrays and why we discussing this? So let's consider this a problem first. What is the problem? A problem there is that we need 20 students. We are developing something, and in a class there are 20 students. So we need all 20 students name. So how to get that into the code? The only known way till now is we can declare them using a variable, right? On student one, we can have student one, information of student one. Let's see how to declare that. So I'm using let over here, let student one. So I'm writing just st1 now. It's long number. So I said Raj. So st1 is a Raj, right? Similarly, if I need another student, I will write like st2. So it will become like Mohit. And let's say st2, yeah, so st3. So it will become like Mohit. Okay. So now we had this just declared three variables over here, but to declare 20 students, I need to write 20 lines of code. But is this the right way? Think about it. In my code, I had written 20 lines of code, and there's no logic over there. They're just variable declaration. So what is the problem from this? Comes from this. First problem comes is, um, I just used 20 lines of code for a single declaration. I mean, I want the students' data, and for that I wasted 20 lines. So you can see the first problem. The first problem is the code becoming large, unnecessary. Okay. What is the second problem? Second problem is there's no super syntaxing. What is super syntaxing? Our code is not looking good, right? It's looking like declaration only, variable declaration only. So, or in a larger app, when you were, you know, building something out of it, here we are just learning. Think of it like a organization. So in an organization, if they follow this path, their line of code will exceed, you know, memories like hell because they are declaring a lot of variables. And it's become almost impossible in a 200 line code to maintain, these variables. I mean, you know that variables can't be redeclared with the same name, and but it can be reassigned. So let's say someone reassigned this variable. So there are multiple cases where we can think like this is not the right way to do things. So what is the solution? The solution comes in form of array. So what is an array? An array is nothing but collection. I'm repeating myself. An array is nothing but collection of data. So what would I do? I would collect all these students in a single array. What will I do? I'll pick up all of these and put them into a single array. How I would do that? Let's say from now on, the student one will become students because all my students will go under this collection, students collection, right? So how would I write it? I will use these braces. See it again, zoom it a bit. You can see these braces on your keyboard. These are, two brackets only. First is a open bracket and second is closing that. As simple as that. It's an arrays break. So how we would put the collection out into this particular braces? So let's say I need students. So first student is Mohit for now. I'll put a comma and I'll give another student's name like this. So as you can see, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students in just a single line of code. So from this only you can see it's looking pretty. It's not like if I put 10 students like this and give them a variable name, that would look disastrous. And here it's looking pretty, right? Okay. So this is how you declared array and you put, you know, values inside it. So now, um, a question comes in your mind that would the array consist strings only? Like Rohit is a string, right? So can we put Rohit only? These strings only inside an array? The answer is you can put any type of. Here I can put a number, no problem. Here I can give true false, a boolean value, no problem. There are other values like functions. There are other values like objects. We will discuss them in future. Those are also can be assigned inside an array. There's no problem with it. You can put any type of data inside an array, right? There's no need to be a string. Okay. Now we had declared an array with multiple, you know, students inside. Now, how are you gonna access the cell? So to access an array, how we proceed. I'm just consoling here. Let's say don't console. I want let result for it. I'm writing this only. In this result, I need Mohit. So how to get the Mohit out of this here? So Mohit is multiple times. Okay. So I need Rohit. Rohit are also multiple times. Uh, let's make a simple array with four only. So I won't have multiples. Okay. So now only Mohit is repeating. So I'm changing the name Mohit to Raj. So there is no repeating number in student name, right? Now let's say I need Sohit. So how can I get Sohit out of this student array? If it is not an array, then I will write like student two, three, and I'll get the student two, three's value. But here we have students only, this array only, this single variable. So how to get Sohit out of it? So in a way or array, everything can be accessed from its position. What I mean by position, let's just comment it out first. So Mohit has a position inside this array. It's on 0th index. What I'm saying is it's on 0th index. Rohit is on first index. Sohit is on second index. And Raj is on third index. Remember, I had started the indexes from 0. So Mohit has position 0. So on 0th index, Mohit is there. On first index, Rohit is there. Or on second index, Sohit is there. So if I like students, and out of students, I need Sohit only. So I'll put this braces again. See this braces? Practice it. and remember it. To access an array, we write this array's name. After that, we put these classes. And now, whatever index we need from that, like I need Sohit. So Sohit is on index 2, as you can see. So I'll write like 2 here and I'll get console this result over here. So in this result, what will be the value? The value of students 2. Now I can console it out like it's a video 8, right? Right. So as you can see, Sohit is there. If I need the Raj's value, so I'll put 3 over here, right? Console it out. Yeah, Raj is there. So this is how we get a value out of this array. Okay. So till now, what we had seen how to declare an array, how to put values inside, right? At the declaration time, how to get a particular index out from the array. So to get a particular array, index, what we do, we write this array name after the braces, and inside the braces, the index we want. And it will give us the result of that index. I mean, the value of that index, whatever value is present on that particular position. Now, what if I write a position that is not inside this array? So there's no, value at fourth index, right? So what will I get? I'll get an undefined out of it, as you can see over here, because we have indexes after this RAS also, but there's no value assigned to those indexes, so we are getting undefined. Okay, can we console this students array? Yeah, we can simply write students over here and see how it looks. So yeah, it will look like this only in the console. Okay. Okay. So till now we had discussed why we need an array and how we will assign an array and use it through its indexes. Now let's see some similar problem like how to access an element from array. We had done that. Okay. We had seen how to access this Rohit. To access this Rohit, we will do simply its index like students 4 and put the value. Now with variables, we have like if I, you know, have a student, normal student from our previous example like ST1 and there's a name inside like Raj. So in our code, in future near code, if I want to change this value, so what I can do is I can simply write the variable name in ST1, now assign Suraj. And my task was, achieved. I can change the value easily. So how can I change the value inside that array? So now we will see how to change a value. So I don't want this Sohit. I mean, there's no name like Sohit. So I want to give another name to this particular index. So how to do that? First, we write the students array. After that, the index I want to change. So I want to change the index to now. As you can see, index 2 is there. Now we can assign at the value. Like I want Rahul at this index. Now, if I see the students array, now I shouldn't get that Sohit. Yeah, there's Rahul here. So what we had done, we had a array before, but I want you know, other name at this position. So how to do that? I would go like I will write students first, the array name. After that, the position I want to change. The position is starting from 0. So I'll count it 0, 1, 2. So it's second position, like second index. So I write second index over here. Then I use assignment operator and assign the new value to it. Right? And I can assign any value. There's no requirement of strings. I can assign value to number value also here. And it will result like that. So can I assign something in an index that is not present over here? Let's see. So I'll write like students, and we can see it's a array with four elements only, right? So I want fifth element out here. So what I do, I'll write like in fourth index that is not present. As you can see on four, there is no one. Mohit is on 0, Rohit on 1, Sohit on 2, and in this case Rahul, and Raj is on 3. So on 4, there is undefined. है ना? Nothing is there. Now I put on fourth index, I will put like a value common. And now I'll run it. As you can see, common is on fourth index. So I hope you get the idea how to add values to a particular index, change a value of index. Similarly, we can add other values. Now comes to some, you know, functions that are available with the array. Um, Please pause and practice this much before you go further, because I'm making just a video. I don't need to pause it for you. So you can pause yourself and practice this before moving ahead. So now we will move ahead. Now I'm discussing some functions that comes with array. So with using array, we will have extra functionalities also. So the first functionality is we don't need to keep keep in mind like on which index we want. Let's say I want some other values after Komal. So I don't need to remember the indexes. So this time I don't want to add like this. I mean, I do not need to remember that there is a four is occupied and I want fifth index now. I don't need to do that. How can I do without this index? I can simply write array dot push. So push is a function. As you can see, I'll call it with these variable on basis. These are functional brackets. In console log also, these are the brackets, right? I told you before that these are functional brackets. Similarly, push is also a function, and students, because it's a student's function, this arrays function, so I'll put a dot after that. Like you can see console.log. Similarly, students array dot push. So array dot push will result like I can push now Ritika. So I am pushing other value to it. Now if I consoling this array, I will get Ritika after cons. So I don't need to remember the index now. I can simply put other value, push it to end of the array. So if it is an array of size like 10, so on 11th position, Ritika will be there. If I push like this, I don't need to remember it like it has 10 values, so I need to remember put it in 11th index. I don't need that. Or in 10th index, I don't need that. I can simply write dot push. Okay. Now, what if I want this Raj to be deleted? Um, Sorry, we can't delete in between. So in between values can't be deleted, but the last value, if I want to remove the last value that I had added, Ritika, I want to remove the Ritika from the array. So I can write students.pop. What I do is first I push By pushing means I'm pushing something inside this array. And what will be the location? The location will be the last, on the last index. Okay. So here things getting pop push again, again. So we had push from last index, so we will pop from last only. Pop is just opposite to push. To push something, we need to give the value. But to pop something, we don't need to give any value. I mean, we are not giving value, right? We are removing it from the arrays. So we can simply write dot pop and call it. So from this result, Ritika will be removed. Let's run it. As you can see, there's no Ritika over here because we had popped it out. Now we had other method like students dot length. So this length will result us. Let's write over here only. So here we are consoling students first. Now, if I want to know how many elements are there in students array, so I can simply write like length. So it will result us as students length. Mean how many students are there. So in the previous example, we can count like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 students are there. So students dot length will result us as 5. Let's see. Yeah, 5 will result. Okay. Okay. So we had seen pop. We had seen push. We won't see these two. Let's see here also. So what if I want to push something at this index? I mean, from the starting, I want everything to be moved and make a space for the first position. I don't want some value at the end of the array. I want it from the start of the array. So how can I do that? So I can use Unshift for that. Let's shift first and see what happens. So if I call shift only and console students up there, you can see Mohit is now removed from the array. What we had done, we had used shift. Mm, So because we removed the pop one, so Ritika is there now because we are not popping this now, but we are shifting. So shifting will result us as removal of first person from the array. So first person was Mohit. So Mohit is removed. Now the index 0 represents Rohit. Index 1 represents Sohit. Okay. We removed someone from the start to remove someone from the start we use shift. To remove someone from the end we use pop. And to push into the end we use like push. And if I want to push something before, I mean at the start, so what we will do, we'll write students dot uns, and we can put value here like Ritika. So what will happen, there will be Ritika in starting position also. Let's see this works. Yeah, so no, concept is not working. Why? Okay, okay. So after that we had shift also. So we need to remove this. Huh? So no dot js. Okay. Now we see the result, bigger picture. Okay. So in starting also there's Ritika, and in over and also there's Ritika because we had push it also. Okay, so this is it for the video. What we had done is we had seen some methods. You don't need to go through all of these. We will use these methods a lot of time in our programming, so you get used to it. Just remember these two only: push and pop, and the length method, student dot length, right? To get the uh, desired length. I mean the length of that particular array. So these three are important. I hope you will practice it. So I'll see you in next video. Till now, till then, enjoy and do coding regularly. Bye bye.